Alright. This isn't gonna come any easier of a timing because every time I think of doing a crossover civil collab, quote unquote, between the M.O.V.E podcast and Human Game Console podcast, they're either gonna be on mismatching episode numbers or they're gonna literally be about topics that have nothing to do with each other. Even as far as they're relatable enough, unique and relatable. Teasing that again. They're never gonna match up in that legitimate sense, if that makes sense. So let's just I'm gonna make this a M.O.V.E podcast and Human Game Console podcast collab special, civil collab, I guess you call it, because it's within my same channel. So collabing with myself, it'd be like, but yeah, it's like it's more like So the topic we're gonna pick for this double is going to be, and I'm on my desktop, so I can edit the playlist as well, so that'd be good. For this could be an invisible episode as well. Could be able to still be on the playlist, but if I don't label it number 11 for Human Game Console, and it moves actually would be maybe I think 9. I think it's like 9 or 8, 9 or 10, and Human Game is already at 11. So in this case this will be an 11 invisible episode that does have a number but doesn't have to have a number, so I'll just make it like a collab special that's invisible. It's not fake filler, whatever you can go episode series wise. And there goes half my audience because they think that I'm making a pointless video. But no, I'm just kidding. Okay, the topic we'll pick, the one I'll be able to pick, apparently competent as I am, says why no. We're gonna talk about, what should we talk about? Let's talk about either pointlessness or pausing. Can I talk about pausing? What's something I haven't? There's plenty of things I haven't done lately. There's the psychoanalysis from Web Noob's freaking thing. 6+ years of evolution of Turing Catalyst. I could talk about Turing Catalyst. I could certainly talk about what the other VO2 videos ago was about, which, by the way, that was actually okay. So like, I guess this podcast episode double is gonna be about something that has nothing to do with the definition of these two podcasts, but I'm gonna talk about the in the sense of a disciplinary self-improvement style Human Game Console, and in lieu with the mysteriousness and the self-awareness and staying true to myself with the M.O.V.E podcast, we'll actually talk a little bit at least about what the video 2 videos ago was about, if that's still public. that would be 2 videos ago if it wasn't. The one with the Shadow's House anime clip, the Ephemeral Rift audio clip, the audio clip from Ratatouille, and the video clip from The Walking Dead live action series, and the picture of Amelia Rules. What was that video about? That 1-minute video. Okay, so basically, sometimes I make videos overnight where I can't talk to the audio directly. That's the chagrin of using that freaking excerpt from Abraham Lincoln's speech, the Garbage Address, at the very end. So what was the point? Well, like, it's reciting it perfectly without even giving context to that. But like, it comes across that when I make videos overnight like that are that abstract, and they still have practical use because I can't talk that a lot over the course of the morning, but it's still more early morning now, so I'm being careful of that a little bit, just in case. But if you know, you know, I guess, difference in how it approaches strategy wise. That was an abstract video, and I wasn't even trying to be abstract. I was actually I was sincerely being careful with how I did that video, but it was carefully edited, so it was clean, but it was so abstract, and it was like, it made almost no sense at all, but became a message of why I was doing my passion differently, and why I was going to try to combine claymation and philosophy videos. And they even say that up front. It was like, oh, I see these weird clips of audio and videos of things I don't even think are relevant to each other or even to the video or the channel at large. Why is it there? Why do we see random bits of anime and live action series and Ratatouille and Amelia Rules and Ephemeral Rift's depression suicide video? Why do we see that stuff on there all of a sudden? And it gets the point across because it is an abstract video, and it doesn't have to be like anything else. So usually when I understand how intense my actions can be, that's already how good they can be. I start to try to improve over time, because I have to compromise something about myself, and that's what and as a matter of fact, that's what comes in with the negotiating my passion kind of thing. It's like, it's more like, it's not that I'm conforming for the wrong reasons or that I'm doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, but it's a different way of doing that. It's like the passion can be negotiated, and I'll tell you why. It's like the things that you do that are maybe calculated and careful enough to not hurt anyone else other than yourself. I joked about that before. I'm sorry if that was offensive, maybe, but it was if that's even how it takes it. It's I don't know. I generally don't like take. I don't want to take. I don't want to milk the crap and take too much advantage of the fact that I can make a intense abstract video that doesn't convey the message that even I wanted to make at the moment. That I already know how to at some ways or others, I guess you could say, and knowing how to do that effectively without being hard on even what I can or cannot do. But it was like but I take advantage of some of those intensities sometimes. I'm like, I know that this will mean something even if it doesn't mean what I think it will. And it's a very beautiful thing, but yeah, doesn't really directly tell you that I'm trying to try and make more claymation videos and combine them with phosphate, other stuff, passion or talent otherwise, igai wheel. It doesn't come across that way, but it's okay. I think my storage is gonna run out soon, so what I'll do in closing for the end card, all of a sudden, I'm sorry to shoot this on you guys all of a sudden, but we'll do the end card at 6:40. So like, before we get to the end card, let me just say that the human game, it is a really long proverbial mountain, but it never ends anyway, so that doesn't matter kind of long. End card, okay. So also for the M.O.V.E. podcast, it's like, life's mysterious. You may think it doesn't have to be like that in the first place, but don't shut people's dreams otherwise. Just try not to. If you have to, just try to keep your forced coerced nihilism to yourself. Nah, I'm sorry. Take care, guys, though. Take care.